Hello, welcome back to my channel. So in this video I thought I'd crack out my Madame Glams and just have a bit of a play. And while I was playing, now most of the colours from the Perfect colour collection, but that one wasn't. I will put that in the description box below if I can find it. I made this video a little while ago. I had sped it up, as you can see, because I can't paint that badly that quick. I can paint that badly that slow. Anyway, so I just thought I would just speed it up and have a little nail play. So I'm sitting there playing about and I'm like, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a 1980s inspired colour extravaganza. So my advice is get a striping brush. I have a striping brush and for gosh knows why, I don't know why I used it, because I thought I'd be all clever and try and do it with a little brush, and I shouldn't have. I should have got a striping brush, because you see later on in the video I actually use my striping brush and the line comes out pretty sharp, I must say so myself. Anyway, so I just got some colours that were 1980s inspired, I believe, and I just done some designs. Now, I am 50 years old. I was a teenager in the 80s. I don't remember a lot of it, as in like design and fashion and that, because I wasn't really into that sort of thing. I was just a kid. No, I never drank, and no, I didn't smoke drugs, so it's not like I was like out of my head and forgot about it. My memory's pretty pants, I don't remember it that well. So I just thought, just do some wacky designs. So what I did was I actually went on the internet to come up with these like sort of look. That I know that square's not very like square. I will try and make it squarer, like even. But when you're filling in a colour, you've got to float the colour. If you're filling in something with colour, you float it over. So you don't paint it on, you float it on. So you get like a blob of it, and you just let the blob be on the surface, and you just use your brush with the paste with the gel that's already in it, and just drag it through, and it will just sort of like, it's floating. It's floating. You're not putting your brush on the item, you're just floating it over. You're just dragging the colour through with colour off your brush. Yeah, just thought I'd just do some wacky designs. You know, I had to actually look on the internet for some ideas, because you know something, my brain's pants and I couldn't remember what anything was. I saw a picture the other day of, who remembers the old L'Oreal hair gels and shampoos and stuff? That's what I was thinking. I actually used to use the L'Oreal hair gel many moons ago. So that's what I was thinking. So I thought, let me find it. So I'm not really doing anything in particular. I'm just like drawing lines and filling out shapes and trying to get some like, oh, this is another nail because I've done 4. With this one I just done dots. I just used my polish and a dotting tool, and I just done dots. But I only got like 2. Like this is the only recording of this one I done, and then I went back to this one. It was very quick. I'll tell you, if you blink you'd miss it. So now I thought what I'll do is I'll outline everything, because I think stuff was outlined from what I can remember. Look at that stupid line, not straight. Just get a brush, dry brush if you can, and clean up any messy edges, because you're a mucky pup, Mish. And then I thought I would, because you know it's got to be wacky colours, right? Something contrasting, so I thought I'll just outline the green with the red, which done the trick. I'm not doing it very well, but I'm doing it all the same. There's not a lot you can do about that really. I thought what I do is I just do that, make sure, you know, just make it look like it's got some sort of border to it, and then I put the pink around the orange, because why not? It actually does sort of like go in a way. I'm not very into it, like knowing what colours go with what yet, but so that's that done. And now I thought I'd put some yellow dots in the blue bit, because what I was doing was going between nails while I was baking them, just doing some different designs. So here we go with my striping brush. Right, watch this line. First go straight down the nail, bam. Why didn't I use that brush before? Why didn't I use that brush before? And then I had to decide what I was doing. I did something, I should have used a striping brush because it was a lot easier. Yeah, and that's it. And then I got cleaned up my tray. Then I got some colours. I'm like, what should I start off with first? And I weren't sure whether I should actually do the actual design, so I sort of made it similar, because I didn't want L'Oreal to come and chase me like royalties. Do you know what I mean? It's a nail art design, darling. I'm not trying to make money out of it. It's just an idea. But yeah, so this is me just not floating it over, and I should have really floated it over. Because if you floated it, then you wouldn't really have to give it a second coat. But I do bake them in between like colours, just to see. I weren't sure. Bake them in between colours just to make sure that, you know, that they're all right, and you know, nothing runs into anything else. And yeah, so I've done red, blue and yellow on this now. Because if you float it, then you haven't got to put like, you give it a coat and then you haven't got to give it loads of coats, you know what I mean? Because you've given it one good coat. And I thought I'd put the yellow here. It's not what the yellow is in the original, but it's, I don't know. Hopefully I don't get in trouble. Right, so now I'm going to show you how I clean my brush when I've got gel on it. So I will get my brush, wipe off as much paint as I possibly can, or gel, get a bit of top coat, and then I run it, my brush, through the top coat. And can you see it's pulling the colour out? Wipe it, and then I go into a clean piece and wipe it. Brush is clean, jobs are good. And right, now for some other designs, I thought what I'd do is I'd do the drop shadow type design that was around. Used to be on like children's TV sets and everything, and people's clothes and hats, and these designs, people wore these designs. I'm like, when I look back now I think, oh my lord, I haven't got many photographs of me back in the 80s, but the ones I do have, I had the perm. I did have the perm. I've got to clean my brush because it's dirty. Don't want the blue and the red, see? So I'm just like, what I'm doing is I am baking it so that they don't move. I don't want to mess it up. Oh, come out of shot niche. I wasn't happy with that one, so I just, did I bake that? Yeah, I did, see I baked it. And then I just do the black outline, like a shadow sort of type thing. I don't know. But this video, done it on TikTok, went quite well. I've like 690 views, man. That's amazing. I was really happy with that. Really happy. But anyway, so I just thought I'd just do it ASAP. I've got an absolute amazing video coming up Friday of some stuff that I brought, which I am over the moon with, and I shall be doing stuff with, and I shall be playing. Hope everyone's alright. How's everyone doing? Nearly it's the 1st of June. We've got 20 days until our Prime Minister decides whether he's going to let us out of lockdown fully or not. I don't know. I'm not holding my breath. Just holding my mask. Yeah. Now I'm trying to do a circle. Circles are the hardest things to try and paint. They are the hardest. It's better to try and do it in sections and do it as fine as you can, and then once you're happy with it, you can just go over it with a bit of thicker gel or paint or whatever you're using. You don't have to do this with gel. You could do this acrylic, with watercolours, felt tip pens, and here's the finished design. This is my Model 1's top coat. I was really unhappy because it went and made all the white yellow under my light, so I wasn't happy. I wouldn't be buying and using that on my stuff. But you can see the spotty one, I put like orange spots on the bottom. But yeah, I wasn't happy. That Model 1's matte coat just turned my white burnt. You might see it in the end. I was not happy. So I thought I'd matte top it. I've got a thing about matte top coat. Should have just top coated it and buffed it like I usually do. But you know, such is life. Right, so this is it. See how the white's gone like off-white? I'm not happy with that at all. But it don't look too bad, does it? Let me know what you think. Any questions or anything, leave in the description box below. Thank you for your continuing support. I know I'm bone idle and lazy, but that's just the way I am. Hit like, subscribe and the bell. Go and check out my TikTok videos. I'll put a link on my homepage and you can go to it. And I shall see you in my next video. Ta-da! Bye!